Good morning, class. Today we are going to start our lesson by learning how to divide fractions. We're going to have a little review of what a fraction is. A fraction is a number that is not a whole, as of like 1, 2, 3, or 4. For example, when we measure something, such as the length of something, it won't always be a whole number. Sometimes it'll be like 1.5 inches or half of an inch or something like that. When you say a fraction 1/3, that means 1 out of 3. So like 1/3 of a pie was eaten by a certain amount of people. And just as a little reminder, when dividing fractions, always remember that the numerator is the number on top and the number on the bottom is known as the denominator. So there's 3 simple steps to dividing fractions. Step 1, you're going to turn the second fraction upside down. This is the fraction that you want to divide the first number by, and this is now known as the reciprocal. In the step 2, you multiply the first fraction by that reciprocal. And then step 3, you simplify the fractions if you need to. You don't always have to. For example, like if the fraction ended up being 5/10, you would simplify it to 1/2. This example didn't show up very good, but I'll explain it anyway. The first one, your first fraction is 1/2, and it shows that you divide it by 1/4. So your first, your division, you're going to change that to multiplication, as you see in the middle right here. And then you're going to swap your numerator and your denominator. So instead of it being 1/4, you're going to put it as 4/1. So then you would just multiply that like normal. 1 times 4 is 4, and 2 times 1 is 2, which is 4/2. And then as you know, that simplifies to just the number 2. You can check that by also taking the 2 right here and multiplying that by this 2, and you'll get 4. That's how you can check your answer. And this is just a little tip to remember. It's an easy little, I guess a riddle you could call it. Dividing fractions as easy as pie. Flip the second fraction, then multiply. And don't forget to simplify before it's time to say goodbye. Just remember this when you are taking any quizzes or tests, that'll help. And then I have another way to remember how to divide fractions. This is when I was younger, this is how I learned from my math teacher. She just said, leave me, change me, turn me over. So I remember by the shortcut just LCT. It's really easy to remember. This just means that you leave the first fraction as it is, as we learned, and then you change your symbol from the division symbol to the multiplication symbol, and then turn over the last fraction. You just like how the 1 was over the 4, and we changed it to 4/1. That's probably the most crucial thing that you need to remember, is changing the last fraction and making sure that you change the symbol. And it's pretty much as easy as it sounds. And then we can look at the Geogebra. So this is just an online thing you guys can look at. It'll help, you can look over it for homework or just easy study tools. So let's see. So we'll do the first example. So there's 4 pizzas and they're divided among 3 people. How many pizzas does each person receive? Well, the easiest way would be to divide all the pizzas into 3 so that each pizza, one person would get a slice. Then step 2, if you just want to divide the fraction, you can do the 4 pizzas divided by 3 people. And then you do 4, so you would keep the 4 and divide it by 3, and then change the 3 to 1/3, like changing it to the reciprocal, and make sure you change the division symbol to multiplication. And then if you have a whole number, you just put a 1 under it. Like the 4 shown here, you just put it as 4 over 1. So when you multiply across, you get 4 over 3, which will simplify to 1 1/3 pizzas. So this shows that each of the students gets 1 1/3 of the pizzas. So I'm going to write down some homework assignments and you guys can just look over them. Hold on one sec. Let's see. Get a new slide. So for homework, there's a few questions I want you guys to answer. We can do 4 over 3. Oh, I can't find. Divided by 1/2. And I'm going to put these as half word problems so you guys can get some practice on that too. 1/2 divided by 1/2. And let's see, 4 divided by 2/3. That sounds good. So if everyone wants to finish these last homework problems and make sure that you keep looking over how to divide fractions, you guys can go on the Geogebra website and there's examples on there, and I can also, if you guys need any help, don't be scared to ask.